Hello everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Amanda Ostrander. I am a teacher-turned-homeschooler, and this is Raising A to Z, a place where we talk about all things homeschooling. And today I'm going to talk about what is our schedule. Schedules. It is one of the first things that people ask when they start homeschooling. What's my schedule? What should we be doing? What's the schedule? Does anyone have any sample schedules? We need schedules. And I'm happy to give you my schedule. I love it. Planner addict at heart, love planning, having schedules, rhythms, routines, all of that. But I also like to remind people that my schedule and your schedule are going to look different, and that's okay. My schedule is going to include things that my kids love and activities that my kids love and things that are important to my family that maybe are like not things your family is into, and that's okay. So take it with a grain of salt. Take it as kind of inspiration, but also be ready and willing to adjust your schedule as you see it and as need be and for what works for you. So currently this year I have a second and a fourth grader, which is crazy. So this is what our schedule is currently for kind of fall semester. I don't know what you want to call it. Fall semester of this school year. So basically we have a couple things. I'm going to go through kind of like Monday through Friday, what we do. That is when we homeschool because my husband is a teacher and he's working and then he's off on the weekends. So we kind of do stick a little bit more to a school schedule in a sense because we are still affected greatly by the school schedules with a teaching husband. But yeah, that's kind of just how things roll in our house. So let's start with Mondays. What does a Monday look like for us? Monday is a home day for us. And this is something that I implemented 2 years ago. Yes, because it originally was Thursdays. But basically what I have implemented is that on Mondays, which is the day, it is one day a week that we dedicate to just being at home. And this has become a game changer in our homeschooling, because it is so easy for us. Like, I'm thankful that we live in a community where there are so many homeschooling options for us, but it can become very easy for us to be out of the house constantly. And it can be very easy for us to just get overwhelmed and just constantly on the go. So by having a home day, it has given us a little bit of like a day where we can kind of ground our family. It gives us time to have a little bit more free time, a little bit more rest, a little more flexibility. And then when you have kids like Zoe who are a little bit more introverted, it gives them time to have a little bit more downtime. And then I also, for my extrovert, I'd give it to her it gives her time to do her extra projects. So if you do not have a home day built into your schedule where you don't leave and you guard it with your life, like I don't plan appointments on Mondays unless it's absolutely like something out of my control, then Mondays we don't go anywhere. We don't go to visit family if we don't have to. We don't go to appointments. We don't run errands. We don't go to the library. Like, we stay home. So here's what we're doing on Mondays. After breakfast, we do what I do call full lessons, which means that we're going to do morning basket. We're going to do our unit study, and then we're also going to do math and language. And that's kind of our full lessons for the day. After lessons, so whenever I'm saying full lessons, that's what I'm talking about. It's unit studies, math, and language. That's everything. After full lessons, we will usually move into baking on Mondays so that we bake something for a little bit later in the day. So typically we'll do some cookies, or we'll do, brownies or banana bread or something. We'll do a little bit of baking. After baking, or while it's baking, so once it's all made and in the oven cooking, the kids will go and do their chores for the day. So they have their set chores, and I call it independent work. So for example, this is when they'll go obviously like clean whatever they have to clean, but this is also when they'll do like their piano practice, their Duolingo, and Zoe does her speech therapy with me during like their chores block. So those are kind of like part of their chores. After chores, we'll go to lunch, and then we have a bit of quiet time. And Mondays after quiet time, instead of snack, we do tea time. And tea time, if you don't know, poetry tea time is an idea brought in by Julie Bogart from The Great Writer. And we've been doing tea time for years. So basically we sit down, we set the table with teacups and saucers, and we'll have fruit and whatever we baked in the morning. So sometimes it's banana bread, like I said, or cookies or whatever. We'll have that, and we'll read some poetry. And I've actually, because it's become the Monday, I've actually used it as like a time to have like a morning, like a family meeting, because if we time it right, Dad's home in time for tea, which is lovely. And so we'll do kind of like a little family meeting, like things that are happening, things that are coming up, what's happening this week, things they need to think about. If we have anything else we need to discuss as a family, we'll do it over tea, and then we'll read some poetry. And then we pretty much just kind of hang out, dinner, baths, all that jazz. That's Mondays. Tuesday is basically the first half of the day is very similar. We do morning lessons, we do chores. When they're done their chores, they have free time. They can just move on to whatever. Lunch, and then we have quiet time. And quiet time, the kids get to go and do a quiet activity. Sometimes I might give them some guidance of like, hey, are you guys working on a project? What are you doing? Do you want to work on Girl Guide badges or something like that? Give them a little project. Oftentimes, they already have an activity or a project they're doing. Currently, they're trying to make a movie version of the play Wicked with their toys. So that's what they're doing currently in quiet time. Quiet time becomes time for me to go and I actually do all of my raising A to Z work. So emails, content creation, all that gets done over quiet time. Then Tuesdays are a little strange. Tuesdays are a busy day. So basically after quiet time, they grab a snack for the car. I have pre-packed lunch. They're not lunches, they're dinners. Pre-packed dinner in their containers. And we head out and they do jiu-jitsu. So Zoe has jiu-jitsu in the afternoon. Then Alexi's lesson is right afterwards. And then we immediately leave from Alexi's lesson and we go over to our church where I am the children's choir director, and we do like a full children's choir, show choir kind of thing. And yeah, it is a very busy night. So we leave here at 3:30. We get home at 8:30. It's a very busy night. So they pack a snack. They have their dinner while we're at jiu-jitsu. So whoever's not doing jiu-jitsu is eating. And then they have to pack their own snack, and they have that on the way home from choir. So it's a very busy night, but they love it. So we do it. Wednesdays, I try to go a little chill because we've had a busy night. So usually my kids sleep in a little bit more. So basically we usually have a little bit of a later start on a Wednesday. It is what it is. We respect our bodies, and sometimes we need more sleep, and that's okay. And it typically ends up being on Wednesdays, so that's okay. So after breakfast, we do school. We don't do full lessons though. So we only do math and language on Wednesdays. Give us a little bit of a break, make it a little bit easy. Chores, and then they have free time. Then it's lunch, a full quiet time again, where they get to do whatever they want. And then after dinner, they have Girl Guides, which they absolutely love. They love going to their Girl Guides. So that is what they do on Wednesday nights. So they have an hour. Luckily, Girl Guides is literally around the block. Like, I wish I could walk there. I can't though, because there's like a small forest and houses and stuff, but like literally it's right there. So it is so close that it's just a wonderful activity. They get to go. They have a cousin who's doing it this year, and they just like to go hang out because it's a great time to spend time with all the girls in the neighborhood. So they love it. So that's Wednesdays. Thursdays. Oh, yes. So Thursdays is a kind of a busy day for us, but it's like a busy, chill day, if that makes sense. So we get up, we do full lessons, language, math, and unit study, chores, lunch, and then after lunch, we go to our co-op. So we are part of a small local co-op, like in our part of the city, and we pay, I think it's $30 or $40 a month to do this. We have a space that we rent, and it has access to a park and a field and a basketball court, and we have this little indoor building, and we go there and we hang out, and usually the kids do a small activity and then they just play, and the moms just sit around and talk and chill and vent and get ideas and expertise, and it is just a good time for everybody. So while we do have to leave the house, it's only 10 minutes away, and it is like the chillest 2 hours of my life. Like, it is just the kids don't really need us. They just play and entertain themselves. And we just get to sit around and talk with other parents who are living similar situations as ours, which is wonderful. And then we just come home. On our way home, we usually stop at the library. It's just the easiest way to get to the library regularly. And so we'll stop and we'll pick up things that we've ordered. We'll look for a new book, whatever it is that needs to be done. We'll go for a library run. I also pick up the mail, because otherwise, if I don't have it like in the schedule, I just don't remember to do it. Because we don't have mailboxes here. Like, you have to go to the post office to get to your mail. So yeah, we go on our way back from co-op. It's become part of our routine. And then we just hang out for the rest of Thursday. There's dinner and all that, but that's Thursday. It's a little chill. We still have to go out and see, but we get to go out and see people in the chillest way possible. Fridays are a little different. Fridays, we don't do full lessons. The only thing we do on Fridays is, number one, we do our spelling test from Brave Writer, whatever the spelling activity of the day is, because we do practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday is spelling day. So it's a fairly quick activity. Zoe's is one sentence usually, like, it's not long. And then the other thing we do is we pull out our essential writing journals and we do some writing. Alexi does this more often, but I get Zoe to do it too on Fridays. So if you guys don't know what this is a guided writing journal for kids. And so every day there's a different prompt and a place for them to draw a picture. And it is a great way to get kids writing. They can just pick one and answer the question however they feel like it. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. They're very open-ended. And it's just about getting kids used to writing on a regular basis, and writing about things that they find interesting and fun, and gets them thinking about their own opinions and what they like. So this is a great resource. It comes in 7 different covers and it is available on Amazon. I'll put the link down below, and it is just a great resource. So that's what we do Friday mornings: spelling and writing. Then we go to jiu-jitsu. So my kids have a homeschool jiu-jitsu class on Friday mornings. So we do jiu-jitsu twice a week. Originally, the plan in my head was to do it once a week. And it was Alexi who figured out that we could technically go to jiu-jitsu and choir a night on Tuesdays. And she was the one who figured it out. And she's very excited about that. They are both really excited about it, and they both love doing the classes. And the way jiu-jitsu is also, it's like a monthly fee. So whether I do 4 classes or I do 8 classes, it's the same cost. It's a little more cost effective for us if they do the second class a week. But we started with just the homeschool class on Fridays. They absolutely love it. They have quite a few friends from like our co-op that go. So that's how we like got into it. And so they love it though. Alexi loves it. Zoe loves it. Like, she is just all about how can I take someone down. It is hilarious to watch. So we've been doing that on Friday mornings, and then Friday afternoons totally is a little bit dependent. So if we don't have an activity, because we are part of a larger citywide co-op that sometimes has activities on Fridays. If there is an activity on Fridays, I pack a lunch, and right after jiu-jitsu, we'll have lunch, and then we go to the Friday activity. Usually it starts around 1. And then that's a couple hours. However, if we don't have a Friday activity, then I still pack a lunch, and we will do a Costco and grocery run on our way home. Then we come home. I always do, we've done pizza in the past on Fridays. We're going to change that this year. We're going to do pizza on Saturdays because my husband loves pizza. We all love pizza. But so Fridays is a crock pot meal. So when we come home, dinner's already ready. And if I come home early, dinner's still ready. It just makes my life easy. And then we come home after our day of either Costco's or fun with friends or whatever it ends up being. We have our crock pot dinner, and then we do family night. So either we're going to do board games or a movie or both, depending on what the activity is. So yeah, that is kind of our schedule. It is not a crazy schedule. We do have a lot of activities in our schedule. But I think that's kind of the trade-off when you homeschool your kids, is that because they're not out on a regular basis, you chauffeur a lot, and kind of considered outsourcing certain subjects, right? Like, I feel like jiu-jitsu is kind of like outsourcing PE, right? So yeah, we enjoy it. That is kind of the schedule that's been working for us. That's what's working for us right now. And like I said, I adjust my schedule a couple times. a year. So right now, this is kind of the schedule from now until Christmas. And after Christmas, we'll see. It might change, it might not. It kind of ebbs and flows depending on what other activities are going on. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. That's the schedule that works for us. Feel free to take some inspiration from it, tweak it, adjust it, make it work for you, or totally throw out the window because it doesn't work for you. Totally fine. But yeah, that's what is our schedule currently. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the bell. Also consider becoming a YouTube member. YouTube members get some amazing benefits, including early releases on our weekly videos. They also get their own exclusive video content and some other really cool benefits, including sometimes some freebies, coupons, and all kinds of stuff like that. So consider becoming a member, and then make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.